this man began his illustrious career in the Berkeley City Council. He then championed and went to Congress as a member of Congress for a number of years. In that capacity, he held many positions, but the one that is probably the most significant that we all can relate to is that this man was the chairman of the Armed Services Committee of this whole country. So that means that before anything was ever built, any mobilization of any military was ever done, they had to talk and go through this man. This man has come home to try to lead this city out of the violence and crime. And I'd like to welcome him with open arms. It's a great big open welcome. Our Mayor Ron Dellums.
Nancy and Adele and I were just talking over here on the side. If I seem a little bit preoccupied, it's just because I learned tonight that my friend from high school, when we were kids like you guys, way back in the day, just had a heart attack. So he's like my brother, he's like my blood. And so I'm a little bit preoccupied right now. And we were both saying that sometimes it's hard to go from the personal person to the public person. But I'm gonna try for a couple minutes. The reason why I'm up close to you and I didn't want to speak from a microphone is I'm not trying to speak at you. I'm not here to talk at you. I'm not here to preach to you. What I want to say is that I am close to you. There's no difference, man. I grew up at 1014 Wood Street in the Bottoms. You know what that is. And I'll tell you a couple of quick stories. On the corner of 10th and Willow, young guy about your age, I was on my way home from school. And some brothers, bad attitude, decided that they wanted to harm me. So I turned to walk away from violence. And I turned my back and started to walk away. And all of a sudden, I felt a thud in my back that hit me so hard that it almost knocked me over. And when I looked around, it was a knife that luckily did not hit me with the blade, the handle hit me. So the next day, I went to school at St. Patrick's over there on 10th and Campbell. And when I walked in the classroom, the nun said, I want everyone to get down on their knees and say a prayer because Ron Dellums was the product of a miracle because he could have been murdered yesterday a block from here. The point I'm making to you is that I understand violence. And one of the reasons why I'm here as mayor to talk about safe streets, I'll be 73 years old in November. I want you to get to be 73. And not too many black brothers get to be 73. So I came home because I want you to have the opportunity to grow, man. Life is a marathon. It's a long distance run. I don't want you to burn out in a sprint, okay? I was doing good for a while, and then at a certain point, my mother said, oh man, this dude's gonna turn out to be a gangster. He's gonna end up in San Quentin. Huh? And I came that close. But because I had a mother that loved me, I had some community opportunities, I turned my life around. I just spoke to one of you young brothers here going to Skyline High School, you. And I'm gonna tell you what I said to him. You can get your life together, man. This is not the end of it, it's only the beginning. And if Ron Dellums could go from a thug to the mayor, you could do anything you want. There's no distance between us. It don't have to be a dream, man. Stay cool. Live to get to be 73 years old. You only spend a few days on this planet, man. There's a whole life out there. Life is a long journey. Yesterday, people were talking about How do we refer to these brothers you're going to talk to tomorrow night? Are they at-risk brothers? Are they brothers of hope? Are they troubled brothers? I've said, no, man, they're just young people. And that's what you are. It's not about labels. You're not victims, you're just brothers. And life is a marathon. My generation's job is to pass the baton to your generation, and your generation's job is to pass the baton to the next generation, to the next generation. It keeps going. So I just came for a few minutes. Like I said, I'm a bit preoccupied because I'm emotional about my friend. I want to make sure that he's still cool. But what I want to leave you with is this, is that we're a human family, man. It's not about labels. Each of you have your own beauty and your own individualism. Don't give up right this minute. There's a whole world, there's a whole life out there. And you can go wherever you want to go if you got it in your head. The brothers assembled here and the sisters assembled here, our job is to try to help you get opportunities. So I don't want to give no political speech. That's not what this is about. Just talk to you as human beings. We right up close to each other. No difference. It's just I'm older. And I have some chances and some opportunities. So on one side of that, our job is to give you some opportunity. On the other side of that, be smart, man. Make some wise choices. You know what I mean? Life is a long journey. There's a whole world out there you've never seen. Open yourself for that idea, for that possibility, okay? I'm going to bust my tail as hard as I can and all these people here to try to make sure you have opportunities to grow, to evolve, to become young men, even old men. Then you pass the baton to the next group of people. When I look into all of your eyes, you know, it gets me here. I get up every morning. I want you to know this as the truth. I get up every morning and I sneak up to the newspaper, man, sometimes with tears in my eyes, praying that I don't see the headline, young kid killed in Oakland, because it tears my heart open. I don't want to see any of you here as victims. I don't want you to see yourselves as victims. We got to find a way to get beyond the craziness that is gripping our community at this point. So make wise choices, make wise decisions, and we'll go out there as diligently as we can to try to help you be able to come and be everything you can be. That's not a slogan, that's a reality. So for the brief moment that I've had with you, know that I'm trying to come real with all of you. I talked with a few of you and I said, why are you here? You said, man, I don't know. But the reason why you're here is for us to say to you that you're part of the family. We love you. We need to embrace each other, just as you need to embrace the next generation. So I promise you that we'll do all we can to make sure that you live a good life and have a safe life. You feeling me? Good luck to all of you. We'll keep working with you. I came home to make sure that you have the opportunity to do what it is you want to do. When you get to be almost 73 years old, there's very little things you haven't done. Everything out there to be done, I've done it at least once or 1,000 times. But for many of you, there are zillion things you've never done. I want you to have the right to do it. Love you, and you take care and be good. I'm going to go see my friend. Take care of yourself.